Welcome back to Susan Dawn Spiritual Connections. Before we get to the reading, I just want to do a little bit of a community update. We are coming back from our little hiatus. I feel so good. I feel so renewed and refreshed. And I've gotten upgrades and downloads and integrating energies and anchoring in and new embodiment. And it's been a process over the past 6 months, but I really feel like I'm just continuing to anchoring new versions of myself, and it feels really good. And part of that process is anchoring in new ways in which I am going about my work. This is something that has been coming forth for the past year. We've seen little bits of changes coming through, and I'm going to continue that as well. Focusing on my wellness, focusing on my work has really enabled me to create more. It's enabled me to balance more, and I'm really looking forward to continuing that. So you might see a little bit of a slowdown, a continued slowdown of the way that I produce the readings and channelings, etc. And that's because I want to give it some breathing room. We're always going through energetic shifts. There are transformations that are happening all the time. And I just want to be mindful that the readings that we do, which are timeless, that they have that breathing room, that they're able to be digested, because there are such important messages that do come through there that are timeless. I want to give it that space to breathe. I want to give it that room to be received. And it feels good. It feels good. So I want to share with you that we have a new product. It is a Journey to Union bundle. Now, it's going to be free for the next 3 days. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you are loving yourselves. I hope that you are loving the world and allowing yourselves to receive love. Valentine's Day just is an energy of love. So focus on the love, not the lack, right? So as my gift to you, I am offering this Journey to Union bundle for free. Now, this is a compilation of our sacred channelings that we have done over the years for the Journey to Union, the Sacred Union Path of Ascension. So if you identify with twin flames, soulmates, conscious connections, it will help you and serve as a guide, hopefully, for your journey to union with important messages regarding union, your sacred union path of ascension, divine partnerships, counterparts, etc. So these are compiled from our hundreds and hundreds of readings. They've been remastered and edited so you get the most resonant information in those videos. There's 40 videos that are split into sacred channeling, special messages, guidance, and there are 3 exercises for soul growth to help you along that soul growth journey, 2 of which are going to be new. It's 15 and a half hours of channeling. So it's all compiled so you get the most relevant, resonant information. And the full readings are always going to be available on my YouTube channel. So if you'd rather watch the full readings over on my YouTube channel for free, they're always going to be available for free. But these have been remastered and bundled so you get the most resonant and the most relevant to your journey with regards to the Sacred Union Path of Ascension. So that's going to be available for free for the next 3 days. Go ahead and check that out over in the Ascension Connections portal of my website, susandonspiritual.com. All right, that being said, let's get into the reading. Okay, thanks for joining us here at Susan Dawn Spiritual Connections. I feel like we haven't done a reading in a while, and we're going to get back into it. So we're going to do a little bit of a set spread for Valentine's Day as a very special reading. So happy Valentine's Day again to everybody. I hope that you are just honoring yourselves and honoring your loved ones with open hearts and lots of love. We're going to do a spread that I call the Lover Spread. This is part of my Tarot and Translation spread series. And if you're interested in learning tarot, or if you want to check out my course, if you want to check out my tarot planners, or any of the spreads or other goodies that I have as part of my Tarot and Translation series, you can go ahead and check out tarotandtranslation.com or the Tarot and Translation section on my website. So this is a lover spread that I had created that looks kind of like a heart, and I thought it'd be fun to do this as a reading today. You can take this with regards to your sacred partnership, or you can take this as a general love reading. I felt like we wanted to just kind of open it up today, just to general love, because that's what love is about. Love is just expansive, right? It's just keeping that open heart. So I thought we would do just a general reading and see what comes through, and you can take it however it resonates for you. So the way that this spread works is we're going to start with the current connecting energy between you and your person. Then we're going to get your
you and your person's current energy. We're going to get you and your person's recent past energy. We're going to find out what's hindering the connection, what might be challenging the connection. We're going to find out what might be helping the connection or what might be a blessing for the connection. And remember that challenges beget the blessings. Whatever might be hindering the connection, you can turn that around and see how that might be helping the connection as well. Or whatever is helping the connection might have been a hindrance in the past. Whatever the blessing is comes from the challenges. So also allow yourself to shift your perspective and create that forward movement by seeing the challenges as the blessings and how you can move towards the blessings from the challenges, how you can work your way through those challenges to create your blessings. And then we're going to do, what are we going to do? A potential near future outcome. Remember that all these readings are meant to be timeless, so you take them as they resonate for you, how they resonate for you. And then with regards to near future stuff, time is always shifting, it is very fluid. You create from your present moment. So we're looking at it from this present energy. All right, so this is going to be the lover spread, and let's get into it. We're going to start with the current connecting energy between you and your person. I thought we would use the Romance Angels deck for this. Let's see what the current connecting energy is between you and your person. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Express your love. There's a lot of solar plexus activity that feels like it's happening. There's a lot of, it feels like a lot of hope. It feels like a lot of optimism with regards to this connection. It feels like a lot of future thinking and forward thinking as well. Again, cross watch. Take it as it resonates for you or take it as it resonates for what your person might be experiencing. But this is meant to be a general reading with regards to love. And we have past life relationships. So this could be somebody from your past in this physical incarnation, a sacred partner, for example, or this could be somebody from a past lifetime that you have that sense of familiarity, that home. I'm getting soulmate energy here as well. So this could be a high level soulmate that could be coming in a romantic way as well. So again, take it as it resonates for you. But this is somebody that you feel that soul connection with, somebody that you feel that sense of home, that sense of familiarity with, that sense of compatibility. I'm getting all four spectrums. I'm getting, you feel that emotional bond, you feel that mental bond, you feel that physical bond, and you feel that spiritual bond. Somebody who kind of inhabits all four layers. This is a deep seated bond as well. This is a deep seated soul connection. And I feel like you either know this, if you know this person, then you know that this person is the one. You feel that in your heart, you feel that in your soul. And even if your logical mind, even if your ego might try to push it away or your ego might try to second guess, you know this within your heart. If this is somebody that you have yet to meet, I feel like there's going to be that instant attraction, that instant familiarity, that instant sense of knowing. And again, your ego mind might try to slow things down. Your ego mind might try to sabotage, might try to push it away, because the ego likes what it knows. And especially if you don't know this person, your ego might try to be like, wait a minute. So take it as it resonates for you and just listen to your heart. Take it as slow or as fast as you feel guided to. Always listen to your own intuition. I've been saying to some clients recently that it's really important to align your heart with your mind so that one isn't ruling over the other, but that they're working in unison. And that's what union is all about, right? It's working in unison. That's what your inner union is all about. So it's not about denying the mind. The mind is a beautiful tool of logic and practicality and rationality and thinking through things. But if it's misaligned with the heart, then you're not being guided. You're just being directed. So with the heart, aligning with the heart, aligning with your intuition, that's when you're aligned with your soul. And so the mind helps you to put things into practice, to put things into place, to tell you what those next steps are. But the soul is like the blueprint. What they're bringing me is a metaphor. It's like the mind is the map, but the or let's put it this way, the mind, they're showing me a map. So the mind is like the individual roads of what path to take, where to go, and the soul, the intuition, is the whole map, is the whole blueprint. So it's not about one or the other. You have to look at the whole picture. You have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your heart, but then you use your mind to kind of help you navigate where it is that you know that you're going, where it is that you know you're being guided. So the soul is, or your intuition is the whole map, the whole blueprint, and then the mind is the individual roads, to help you navigate that. And so you use that in tandem. You use that in alignment, in unison with each other. And so it's not about one or the other. It's about that beautiful trusting of your heart, trusting of your intuition, trusting what it is that you're feeling. And so I feel like with this connection, you really do feel like this person can be the one or is the one. And it's just about getting in alignment with your mind. So whether you know this person or this is somebody that is new, there is that deep-seated soul bond. Now, bringing me back to the express your love in the middle here, I feel like it's about, what are you going to do with this? Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. How are you going to, are you going to keep that to yourself? Are you going to close yourself off? Or are you going to allow your heart and intuition to lead you and open up to what can be a very beautiful partnership? Again, this could be the one and past life relationship. Remember, this is the connecting energies between you two. So this is not just a one-sided connection. This is not like a situationship. This is a mutual reciprocity. And so both of you expressing yourself, both of you expressing that love of what is felt within the heart space, leads to this beautiful partnership. So it's this energy of, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to hold it all in, or are you going to allow your heart to expand, allow your heart to grow? I'm hearing, what is it called? The Grinch, like, and his heart grew 3 times that day. So it's like 3 sizes that day. So it's like, allow your heart to expand, because again, this is a deep-seated soul bond. This could be the one. Again, you have a deep-seated connection, that is either already established or that is felt within the heart space, that is felt within the intuition. So allow yourself to go where you are guided. Don't hold back from where you are guided. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Allow yourself, again, as slow or as fast as you need to. Let this be an unfolding. Don't force anything, don't push anything, but allow yourself to express as you're called to. That's part of being in alignment with your soul, being in alignment with your heart, is allowing yourself to express that love and not holding that love back. Because again, this is a mutual exchange. This is a mutual affection, a mutual love, even depending on, of course, where you might be in your connection and in your journey. So it's a collective reading, so it's going to resonate with everybody in a little bit of a different way. Take it for your specific scenario as it resonates for you, but this is already an established scenario. This is already an established connection, or this is a past life connection that you feel as you're meeting this person. And so allow yourself to express that love, allow yourself to express yourself, because as you're expressing love, you are expressing your true authentic self. You are love. And as love, you're meant to be expressing that love and expressing that heart. And if not, then you're just hiding some of yourself away, pulling back and holding yourself back. You're meant to be expressing your heart. You're meant to be expressing love. Again, it's just the ego programming that makes us pull back and hide ourselves away out of fear. Maybe it's fear of abandonment. Maybe it's fear of rejection. Maybe it's fear of neglect. Maybe it's fear of lack of reciprocity. It's fear of past energy, right? Fear of the past repeating itself in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be repeating itself with this person, but if you've had any other relationships, and this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, it could be a friendship as well. If there were any other, or even like family dynamics, if there were any other relationships that you had in your life where you offered your heart or you showed yourself and shared your love, and that was in any case or scenario shut down, rejected, or abandoned, then that creates a program and a belief in our mind of saying, oh, wait a minute, love is scary. Love is dangerous. Love is volatile. Love is any number of things. And so that's where we naturally tend to push love away, but love is the overcoming of those fears. And you have always a path to take, a choice to make. Are you going to choose that love, or are you going to choose that fear? And if you choose that love, then it opens you up to the potential to something truly beautiful. Again, this could be the one, but that love has to be communicated, that love has to be expressed in some form. Now, again, depending on your scenario, take it as fast or as slow as you feel called to, but always follow your heart, always trust your heart, and trust your own intuition. Because again, this is a deep bond that I feel like you have here between you and this person. Okay, so let's get into I'm going to start with oracle cards. So let's start with you and your person's current energy. So over on, let me just look at my spread. Let's do the left is going to be your person, and the right will be you. We have family and romance. So the current energy for your person is, I feel like it's two things. I feel like they might be focused on family at this time. Okay, I'm getting two messages, so take this as it resonates for you and your situation. I feel like your person might be focused on family at this time, but there feels like there's a longing for that romance, like something's missing. This could be they might have kids, they might have taken care of, family, taking care of elderly parents, for example. Whatever, I feel like there might be a situation with regards to family that they're focused on at this time, and so they haven't been able to give as much attention to romance and partnership as they would have liked. But I do feel like that is underneath the surface, and they're wanting to it's almost like they're wanting that partnership, like something is brewing. I feel it's almost like there's a shift. I'm getting like a shift in mindset, a shift in perspective, where they're seeing the importance of partnership, especially when it comes to family. If this is somebody, for example, if somebody is single, they could be seeing through their family. If their family members are married, for example, they could be seeing the value of partnership, the value of having that support, the value of having that partner, that best friend with you. That's just an example. So take these as it resonates for you. I'm getting a couple of different messages for this general collective reading. So I feel like there could be like a new way of looking at partnership, a new way of looking at relationship as family. And with this romance card, it's like romance is an expression of love, right? It's how you express love. It's just an energy. Romance, we look at it as roses and sunset walks and stuff like that, but it's an energy for however it is that you express love. That's romance. Romance is how are you expressing that love to your partner, how are you offering your heart to your partner. And so I feel like they're just beginning to shift something within themselves where they're seeing love in a new light, seeing partnership and romance and relationship in a new light. And I feel like it's because there's something with their family that is influencing them. I feel like where in the past they might have been kind of focused on their family. Now they're seeing the value of that relationship and that partnership. So that's one message. The other message is I feel like for specific group here, I feel like this person considers you their family. I feel like this person, I don't know if you have a family already with them, or if you had a family with them, but this person considers you their family. And what I like about this is you have this kind of like ethereal energy, and then you have like a very solid, tangible energy. So it could be that even if you didn't have an actual family together in the physical form, in a physical relationship, if something wasn't really identified, for example, I feel like this person has always felt in their heart that you were their family. And this could be soul family as well, especially if this is somebody that you have yet to meet. As you meet, it could have that recognition of soul family, that deep soul bond. And it's igniting this romance within them. It's igniting this energy of love and longing, and not longing from a place of lack, but this longing of, I've missed you, I see you, I want to be close to you, I love you. That's what this energy feels like. It feels like just this recognition, and not just a sight to sight recognition, like on a surface level. This is a deep seated soul recognition of I see you, and wanting to express wanting to express what you mean, especially with regards to how you feel like family, how you feel like home. That's what family really is. Family is home, right? And home is what you make of it. Home is, you carry home with you in your heart. Home can be your blood family, it could be your friends, it could be your pets. Home can be God. Home can be yourself. Well, home is God, but home can be yourself as well. Is yourself as well. Home is all of these things. Family is all of these things, and it's this energy of, it is what you carry with you. And I feel like this person has always carried this energy of home within them, and I feel like now they're recognizing that in you. They're seeing that in you, and I feel like wanting to express that with you, wanting to express that you are, or you feel like they're family. So take that as it resonates. Again, for you, this is a general collective reading. There's a lot that's coming through, different messages that are coming through. What about you? True love. Current energy is, you're singing the same song. Like you're saying the same thing. You're feeling this energy too. Again, whether this is somebody from your past, or this is somebody currently, somebody that you already know, or this is somebody that you're just meeting, you're feeling this too. You're feeling that soul recognition. And you see the music notes here? It's like your soul is calling out to each other. And it's like you're answering each other's call. So I like that we have true love with the romance here, because it's like that's answering the call for each other. You're speaking to each other here. Let's get some tarot with regards to this situation and see a little bit further what might be going on. What's your person's current energy here? We're going to narrow this down and get a little bit more specific. What's your person's energy here? Six of Wands, and we have the Devil. The Six of Wands, I like that. It's overcoming any toxicity, overcoming any of this devil energy. The Six of Wands is the energy of overcoming, victory, strength, success. And so it feels like here it's overcoming any of that self-sabotage energy we were talking about, any of the ego fears that we were talking about, any of the attachments, any of the negative energies that were holding you back. The negative ego patterns, programs, beliefs that were holding you back from this love. It's an overcoming of that. I feel like the current energy here is a desire to overcome any fears of the past. And again, fears of the past could be maybe within this connection, or maybe from past relationships, or past any time that you expressed love. It's like you were shut down. Allowing yourself to open up to the fullness of who you are. So I feel like your person is trying to overcome, because again, it's like the draw towards each other is so strong, because you feel like family. That longing to express that love is becoming so strong. There's a very passionate energy. The Devil is also very passionate energy, a very sexual energy. But sexuality isn't just sex. Sexuality is the expression of that love as well. It's a very sensual energy. Again, that intensity, that passion, and is wanting to express that. So I feel like there's this draw to come forward, to come towards this connection, to express that love, to express how it is that you're feeling within the heart. It's almost feeling a little bit explosive. It almost feels like can't keep it in anymore, like wanting to just burst forth with those feelings, with that expression of love, especially if this is somebody that has kept it in, that has held it in for so long. Again, you can switch the scenarios as you feel called to, but this feels very passionate, very impassioned, wanting to express that. I feel like this is somebody who might have held themselves back from themselves. So I feel like they're recognizing you. They're seeing you in that light. They're seeing you as the family that you've always been for them. The support, the love, the expression of love. It's just the energy of family. And I feel like wanting to bring a new energy into the connection with this romance energy, wanting to bring a new expression of that love into the connection. And again, if this is somebody that you have yet to meet, it feels like it's an explosive, kind of intense, passionate energy right off the bat. What's going on with you, your current energy, this true love energy? We have I think that's the Page of Wands. You have that, with the Wands energy here too, you have that passion as well. I feel like you're tempering it a little bit better, a little bit more. But it's almost like once you get the green light, it's like, okay, let's do this. Um, Once you get the green light, it's like, go. Um, I feel like you're tempering this because you have, number one, I'm feeling like a balance within you. You feel very balanced within yourself. But number two, I feel like there's a little bit of a watching and waiting to see what this person will do, what your person will do. Again, you're calling to each other. Your soul is calling to each other. Your heart knows that this is that true love. This could be the one, true love, that romance energy. You know that there's something that is here. I feel like it doesn't feel like you're holding yourself back. You're just tempering the energy. I feel like this energy of patience, which is interesting for Wands energy. Wands energy is fire energy. So it's usually like go, go, go. It's usually like, I'm saying, just pushing down on the gas pedal and going. So it's very unusual for Wands, but I'm getting this energy of just kind of tempering and patience and just kind of watching and waiting. And it's almost like once you get that green light, maybe there's a conversation, maybe there's an expression, maybe there's a romantic offering, whatever this is, once you get that green light, it's like, okay, now I can open my heart full throttle. Now I can express the love of all that I am with this person because I know that we're on the same page. It's like that's what you're waiting for. It's like you're waiting for a sign or a signal that you're on the same page. And when you're on the same page, then it's like all cards on the table. It's like nothing to hide, nothing to hold back, just allowing yourselves to love one another, and express that love to each other without that fear, without holding yourselves back. And that is authentic, right? That is true authentic love, not holding yourselves back. So I feel like it's you're not holding yourself back here. It's just kind of tempering the energy a little bit. You're feeling that passion, you're feeling that love too, but you're just kind of saying, okay, let's just make sure we're on the same page here. Interesting energy. These readings, when we do these set spreads, they're always really interesting, aren't they? Okay, what's the recent past energy for your person? The recent past energy for this person. Recent past energy. We have the energy of maturity. And this actually aligns with this energy here, the current energy. Because remember when I was talking about for many, it's almost like they're seeing, maybe they're feeling the energy of family, they're feeling you as their family, and that's kind of reigniting this longing, this love for you, this wanting to express to you in a new romantic way, this relationship with you. For others, again, it was almost like they're seeing maybe their family members or friends building a family, and they're beginning to want that for themselves. With the maturity card here, it feels like this growing up, this sense of maturing, this sense of recognizing, I want this for myself. And I'm getting like throat activations. It's like I feel like they weren't always able to admit that for themselves. I feel like they always had a desire deep in their heart, but they might not have always been able to admit what that desire was. Maybe because there were expectations placed upon them. Maybe because they placed expectations on themselves. I have to be a certain way. I have to do this. Or maybe there was a set timeline that they had established for themselves. For example, I need to have this much money in the bank, or I need to have stability with regards to this job, or I have to reach this goal in my job, or this kind of promotion in my job first. Like they had a established timeline for themselves, and now they're kind of realizing that that's ego too. That's that's just life passing them by. That they're giving up something beautiful for a preconceived notion that's just created within the fabric of their mind. And that's part of that maturity, emotional maturity, spiritual maturity, and even physical maturity with regards to the way that they're viewing their life. So I feel like this might be somebody who has a lot of friends who are married, or who have family members who are married, and they're beginning to, where they had shut that down within themselves, they're beginning to say, oh, I do want that for myself. So there's a new insight that's being experienced here. There's some new growth that's being experienced here, new desires that are blooming, and that's leading them to seeing things differently, seeing you differently, seeing the connection differently. And if this is somebody that you have yet to meet or that you have just met, then I feel like you have triggered within them that maturity, that you have triggered within them that, in positive ways, triggers can be positive too. You've triggered in them that growth of, you know what, this person really feels like my family. Maybe I never thought of family before. Maybe I always thought of myself as a bachelor or bachelorette. Maybe I always thought of myself as single. Maybe I could never see myself as settling down. But it's like you're triggering within them a new way of looking at themselves and a new way of looking at their life. And that can be scary, but that's some of the devil energy that is overcoming. It's overcoming those past beliefs, past cycles, past versions of yourself, past mindsets that you hold on to. It's overcoming of the ego. So it's triggered in the recent past. They've had this kind of like eye-opening energy. What about you? Recent past energy for you. Recent past energy for you. Recent past energy for you. We have control and we have the energy of daydream as well. I feel like in the past, there's some mirroring that's going on here, interestingly enough. I'm not surprised with these kind of soul connections. But in the past, you might have tried to I don't want to say the word control, but you might have had some preconceived notions as well. So with the energy of daydream and the energy of control is you might have almost like conversely, almost like mirroring this energy, you might have dreamed about family. You might have dreamed about relationship and connection. You might have really felt the energy of love all through your life. And again, you too might not have known how this would play out, but you've had this dream about it and had this expectation about it. And that's part of what you've had to release. That's part of what you've had to let go of. Maybe who it is, maybe how it is, maybe how it plays out. I just finished watching How I Met Your Mother. I rewatched the whole series. And it's interesting watching it now versus when I first watched it because you really look at it from different perspectives as you grow and as you mature and as you shift and evolve, you look at it from different perspectives. And what's interesting is How I Met Your Mother, the main character of Ted is a romantic through and through, and he believes in love. He falls in love very, very easily because he believes in love and he wants everyone to be the one until he meets the one. And he realizes that everybody else was just settling. He was just settling for that partner of what he had envisioned in his mind. And once he allowed himself to let go of that control of needing it to be a certain way or needing it to be a certain person, that's when it came in. That's when that person that was his ultimate match, compatible in every way, that's when he fell in love and got married and had kids and everything that he dreamed about. It's that kind of energy here. It's like you might be a Ted. You might have this very romantic notion, but you might have thought that it needed to be a certain person or needed to happen in a certain way. And then by allowing yourself to release those expectations, still holding on to the vision and that knowledge in your heart of the love that is possible and possible for you, letting yourself to release that's what drew this in. That's what drew this true love in. So this is either, again, somebody that you already know or somebody that is coming through that feels like that past life connection, that feels like that deep-seated soulmate, soul bond, soul connection. It's allowing yourself to hold that vision without the expectation and the need, which creates that resistance energetically. Really interesting. And it's just interesting, too, how you're mirroring each other here. Interesting, too, how you're mirroring each other. Two ends of the spectrum. We're opening this up as a whole to general love, but you can take this for sacred partners as well because it has that kind of energy here as well. So take it as it resonates for you. Okay, let's get a little bit more about the recent past energy for your person. Recent past energy for your person. And we have the page, I think the Demoiselle is pages, yeah, and we have the Page of Pentacles. This is almost giving me like star card energy. I feel like she's making a wish. That's what this feels like. It's like you're making a wish. And I feel like with the maturity energy here, it's like, and there's so much green here, that heart chakra energy. It's like you've been holding on to this wish within your heart, maybe for a lifetime. Maybe not believing how it could play out. Maybe not knowing how it would ever come to fruition. But it has. And part of that maturity, part of that seeing things differently, shifting perspectives, means shifting beliefs around who you think you are, who you think you had to be, what you think life had to look at or had to look like, and even around maybe who comes into your life and who that person might be. So I feel like this is a wish that you've held within your heart, in the secret chambers of your heart for so long. And part of that maturity is recognizing that it's here. It can come to fruition. That, it's just your own blocks, the ego, it's the toxic energies of the past that has held you back, but it's recognizing that it's here. Interesting. And what do we need to know for your recent past? Clarifying your recent past. Page of Cups and the Five of Cups. What's really interesting is all these pages marking new beginnings. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Cups. New beginnings happening here. And I'm getting drawn to the Ouroboros here. The Alpha and the Omega, the ending and the beginning. It's this cycle. This is somebody that you have a deep connection with, and you feel it. Maybe you felt it for lifetimes. Whether this is somebody that you know or somebody, again, that's new, that's coming in, this is somebody that you've known for lifetimes and you've felt within your heart for lifetimes. And it's almost like this convergence. Now it's time. Now it's there might have been endings. If this is somebody from your past, there might have been an ending for a new beginning to take place. This is somebody that you are just meeting. It might have been a past lifetime for this new lifetime to take place. Whatever happened in that past lifetime, now it's like you have a chance to start over. And if this is somebody from your past, you have a chance to start over again. Endings create new beginnings. It's a cyclical energy. And it's like, what are you going to do with it? So new beginnings coming through here. And with this Five of Cups, five, number one, indicating an energy of change, but also Five of Cups is this energy of regret for the past, pain of the past, looking at the past, feeling sorry for the past. And feeling sorry for the past in this energy feels like I'm getting a couple of things, so take it as it resonates for you. I'm getting a couple of different messages. Number one, it could be feeling sorry or a regret. That's the word, regret, remorse. A regret that you hadn't met before now. This is somebody new. A regret for the past that maybe there was lost time. We talk about the time moon on this channel a lot. Maybe there was some lost time. A regret that for whatever, if you had a connection with this person or relationship with this person in the past, a regret for how it went down or how it ended or whatever happened within that relationship. It feels like there's a regret, but I like the Page of Cups kind of balancing this out, because it's like you learn from those regrets. It almost feels like this is like part of the challenge, part of the lessons that you had to learn through your life experience. You take those regrets and you learn from them. If this is whatever scenario this is, if this is somebody that you've already had a relationship with or that you've known in the past, you've had a connection with in the past, it's what did you learn from that experience and how can you apply that in healthy ways going forward? How can you apply those lessons to create a better, more conscious connection, a better, more conscious relationship? If this is somebody that you have yet to meet, if there was lost time, for example, it could be this regret for how could we not have met until now? Well, you make the most of it now. Now you have met. A lot of the time wound energy, which I've experienced for myself personally, is it feels like so much time has passed. What about all that lost time? We lost so much time together. But it's like, but now you have an opportunity. Bring it back to the present moment. Now you have an opportunity for a new beginning in that love. And so you make the most of it, because it's this energy of we're not guaranteed any amount of time in this human incarnation. And yes, our souls are eternal, but we're not guaranteed any amount of time in this human incarnation. And so when it comes to love, if you're feeling that love, then you allow yourself to express that love fully. You allow yourself to love fully. You start now. You don't get weighed down by this regret. You allow yourself to start over. You allow yourself to start now with the precious time that you have in this here and now, in this present moment. That's what this energy feels like. It feels like not weighed down with regret, but what lessons have you learned to have a new beginning, to move this forward, to just allow yourself to express the emotions and the love that is that cup of love. You start now. So, it feels quite emotional, this energy here. Feels like there's some regret of, again, maybe lost time or maybe situations in the past, but with that page of cups, again, pages being the beginnings, from endings come new creations, come new beginnings. With the energy of love, it whatever this was, it asks you to open up your heart even more, to recognize the preciousness and even the fragility of the present moment. It's this energy of like not stalling, not waiting, because again, the future isn't guaranteed in this human incarnation. And even though we are as soul, very infinite as soul, again, lifetimes, you've known each other for lifetimes. But in this incarnation, it's like, be present in that love and just allow yourself to express that love. There's a quote from When Harry Met Sally that they're bringing me, and Billy Crystal says to Meg Ryan, when you realize that you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start right now. That's what this energy feels like. There might be a little bit of regret about the past and what has happened in the past, or lost time with regards to the past, that you haven't met up until now, for example, or that maybe the connection wasn't all it could be until now, or whatever happened in the connection. There might be some regret, but it's like starting now, wanting to start over and starting now. Interesting energy here. All right, what's hindering the connection for them, for the person? What's hindering the connection? We have influence. This could be influenced by outside. Oh, okay. With the yin yang, they have to learn balance. And that's a challenge for them. It's an internal balance. It could even be, for some who resonate with it, that balance, that union within of the masculine and the feminine energies, balancing and union with the masculine and the feminine energies within. And that's what's going to help them with any influence. So influence can be actual physical people who are influencing them, or it could be using discernment when it comes to energies, understanding discernment when it comes to energies that they're feeling. Again, finding balance within themselves. Let's get a little bit more on this. What's the challenge for your person? We have the Five of Swords and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, so that is the page. So we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the Five of Swords. This person is taking it very, very slowly. The Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, indicating that union, indicating that desire for partnership, that desire for relationship, that desire for connection. The Two Cups there. I feel like this person is taking it very, very slowly because of this influence. And again, this could be an external influence where there might be gossip, there might be people who are talking negatively about this connection, for example. Maybe talking negatively about you if they don't know you, just kind of whispering in the ear. But I feel like that's for them, again, to find that balance within themselves and learn to trust in their heart and listen to their heart. The other message is, again, this could be their inner union, learning to balance out their mind and their heart. And the influence could be their own ego that is trying to look at the evidence or the physical world and justify or make excuses for maybe why they can't have this connection, maybe why they can't have romance, maybe why they can't have relationship and family. It's their own ego. And so that's where they have to balance themselves out and use their own discernment. But that's what's kind of keeping them stuck. That's what's kind of keeping them trapped. The Five of Swords energy for me is a battle with the mind and the heart, a battle of the ego versus the intuition. And it's almost like I'm getting a lockdown, like a standstill. It's keeping them locked into place. And that's what's keeping, with the Knight of Pentacles as the slowest moving card in the deck, that's what's keeping them from moving towards this. That's what's keeping their heart very stagnant, because it's like they're just in battle with their mind and their heart. I'm also getting a Hanged Man kind of energy. If you see, you have this like moth energy here. It's this Hanged Man kind of energy where they have to get out of that stagnant energy. They have to move themselves forward in some way. Hearing this, taking ownership of themselves, finding that balance within themselves, and moving forward in some way. Now, moving forward within an inner transformation to maturity, perhaps, or moving forward in some way in their life, which is going to break them out of stagnant energy. So it feels like this Knight of Pentacles, it is a process. Knight of Pentacles, it is very slow moving. I do feel like they want to come forward with some kind of offering, with some kind of something very grounded in the material world. For example, a conversation, communication, a relationship, something like that, something very tangible. They might even have, for example, a gift. That's an energy of the tangibility of the Pentacles. But they're getting trapped in their own mind, and they're getting trapped because of these influences. And again, the influences could be other people, family, friends, etc., or it could be their own energy, their own ego that is trying to replay old patterns and old stories in order to protect this person. And that's what the ego does. The ego tries to protect by replaying old patterns and old stories and trying to justify the story that's created. And that's where you have to break free. That's the toxic devil energy here, breaking free from that, right? Overcoming that. So I feel like this is just the challenge, is coming more into balance within the self so that they can move towards where their heart really desires them to move forward. We'll get some more with the blessings and see how they might be moving forward. But let's get your energy here. What's challenging you? What's challenging you in this connection? Freedom. What is this about? What is this freedom about? I'm getting this energy of helplessness. You might have felt helpless when it comes to this connection, maybe even when it comes to love as a whole. I'm getting that energy as well. You might have felt very helpless, maybe if things didn't always pan out the way that you expected. Again, that the daydream control energy. If things in your relationships didn't always pan out, there could be a little bit of a cynicism that comes through. Maybe this isn't meant for me. Maybe love's not meant for me. It's a reminder that you are love, and you have the capability of freeing yourself from any mental blocks. And I feel like, again, it's mirroring this energy in different ways, but you're mirroring the same core energy. So for you, I feel like it's allowing yourself to believe in love, allowing yourself to believe in love as a whole, maybe allowing yourself to believe in this connection, in this person, believe that there is love that's coming in for you, depending on what your scenario is. Just believe that you are love. Believe in the love that you have within yourself, and that's what attracts that love towards you. Because the more that you believe in love within yourself, the more you become love. The more love just naturally is a part of your experience. And so you might have felt a little bit helpless in the past, but I feel like your challenge is an overcoming of yourself, and a breaking free, a liberating the guard that you have within your own heart, where you might have put your own heart on lockdown. That was the word here, where you might have put your own heart on lockdown because of past pain, for example, past experiences. You guys are really mirroring each other, and I feel like that's what is really going to maybe bridge the connection. When you really begin to see how much you're mirroring each other, how much you have in common energetically. Again, it might look different on the surface, but energetically, you might have the same core wounds. You might have the same pains, the same hurt, the same experiences underneath the surface, and that might be a bridge for the two of you to support each other, to help each other, to grow with each other in the energy of love. Tell me more about what's challenging the connection for you. Tell me more about what's challenging the connection for you. It's a lot, but let's see what we've got. We have the Moon, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so it's almost like there might be some subconscious wounding, some conscious healing that has to happen, some conscious blocks where you were keeping yourself guarded, where you were feeling helpless, maybe even powerless. And I feel like the more that you just take ownership of yourself, the more that you just let that helplessness and that powerlessness fade away, because you're recognizing that you are powerful, that you are love itself, and your power comes from your heart. Your power comes from that openness. Your power comes from love. And the more that you recognize that you are love, you're not helpless to any situation, especially situations from the past. So where you might have felt helpless, that might have been minimizing you in some way, shape, or form. But now I feel like you're kind of taking charge of yourself, taking charge. I'm even hearing taking charge of your fate with that Wheel of Fortune. And by that I mean you're not controlling things, you're not manipulating things, but you're in an energy of freedom, and an energy of liberation, in an energy of I'm not helpless or powerless to anything. Whatever these experiences were, I can learn from them and grow from them and move myself forward from them, by which I mean I can carry those lessons forward into my next relationship or next iteration of relationship, or if you're in a relationship already, you can carry that forward into the dynamic that you have established with your partner. All those lessons that you're learning, that you are free to love, you're open to love, you're not guarding your heart anymore. And that's where you move the wheel forward. That's where you move yourself forward. Because if we're looking at destiny, destiny is just an alignment. It's an alignment of your heart. It's an alignment of your soul. It's, again, trusting where you're headed. It's an unfolding. So I feel like where you're being challenged is just uncovering any place where you still feel trapped within yourself. Any place where you still feel trapped, perhaps in old relationships, old wounding, old patterns. This is not for you to blame yourself. This is not for you to criticize yourself, or judge yourself for it, or feel shame for anything that you're experiencing. This is for you to become aware of it so that you can free yourself. And the minute that you free yourself is the minute, it's almost like that you take control of your life and everything moves forward. And again, taking control of your life does not mean control in the way that we think of control. It doesn't mean, force or anything. It just means you're in control of your own energy. And thus, when you're in control of your own energy, you're in control of your destiny. Okay. I am fascinated by this reading. Okay, what is helping their connection? No, what's helping the connection for them? Yeah, what's helping their connection? What's helping the connection for them? For your partner, what's helping the connection for your person? Support. So the more that they allow themselves to open up to love, the more they allow themselves to open up their heart and allow themselves to receive support, guidance, mentorship, perhaps for this maturing, for this growth. Or it could just be opening up to allowing themselves to receive love, which is support in and of itself. That is what's going to be the blessing here. Especially, look at the bottom of the deck, you have commitment. Especially with this block here, the more that they allow for the blessings of support into their lives, the more they're going to free themselves from this challenging energy here. And I'm also hearing the more that they commit to themselves, the more that they allow themselves to commit to opening up their heart. And that's part of that growth. That's part of that maturity. That's what's going to create a shift too. So what's helping the connection for them? What's helping the connection for them? The Hermit. The Hermit is this energy of going within and listening to your heart, listening to your soul, listening to your inner guidance and that intuition, allowing for that reflection, allowing for that deep-seated introspection. So I feel like the blessings is allowing themselves to spend some time with their heart, really tune into their heart versus any outside influences. And that's going to allow themselves to discern and determine what is those outside influences, or what is ego versus what is their own intuition. And that's part of a journey, right? That's part of a process that we've all been on. Learning how to trust in your heart versus anything outside of ourselves, whether that's people, whether that's experiences and circumstances, or whether that's our own ego that clings to past patterns and beliefs that might have served us at one point for one purpose, but that doesn't serve us for where we want to go or how we're growing and evolving. So it's releasing all of that old energy and receiving, allowing oneself to receive. So that's a blessing. That's a beautiful blessing that's coming in, perhaps on the heels of those challenges, or how one overcomes the challenges. And for you, what's helping your connection, or what's a blessing for your connection? What's helping these challenges? What's helping the connection? Your self-worth and trusting in yourself. That's part of that freedom energy, liberating yourself from past energy, pain cycles, anywhere where you were feeling helpless, powerless, or trapped. And you do that by acknowledging your self-worth, by standing in your love for yourself, standing in the truth of yourself, really owning. That's what I was trying to say about control. It's about owning your energy, owning yourself, really standing in your authenticity and not letting that waver, because you have that sense of self-worth and self-love for yourself. You're seeing yourself in that energy of love, and you're trusting yourself. And when you trust yourself, you enable yourself to trust others and open up to trusting others, because you have that heightened sense of intuition. You're connected to yourself, and you have that sense of discernment. Again, mirrored energies here. Let's get a little bit more for you. Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, allowing for the new beginnings. And I love this card. I think this is one of my favorite cards. The Six of Wands here, but look how beautiful that is. It's very like starry night kind of energy, wish upon a star kind of energy. So with the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, it's this energy of allowing for the new to take place. Aces are new beginnings, lots of new beginning energy here, allowing yourself to recognize the new beginning within yourself, allowing for the new beginning to take place because you're in a new energy, and trusting that new energy, trusting yourself to carry you forward, that the cycles of the past, those past feelings of helplessness, maybe feeling trapped in some way, maybe feeling guarded in some way, by you shifting your energy, owning your energy, being true to who you are, you're shifting the cycle. And that can look in a number of different ways. It could be where you are standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, where you are expressing yourself without that fear. So anywhere in the past where you felt guarded, where you felt trapped, where you felt helpless, where you felt powerless, this is you owning your power and kind of like taking control of yourself. And that's getting the wheel moving forward, and that's overcoming those challenges where you felt blocked. And that's moving you into a brand new cycle. And with the Six of Swords, it's this energy of peace. It's this energy of calm. So it's a brand new cycle because it's a brand new version of you. All right, and let's get a potential near future outcome. All right, we're going to use the Love Story Oracle. I think that's what it's called. What's the near future, potential near future outcome of this connection? What do we need to know for the near future of this connection? What do we need to know for the near future? Oh gosh. What's the near future? We have love and we have creativity. And I like that. It's like walking towards the doorway together. You see that? Hand in hand, and everything that you're manifesting, everything that you're creating from going through a new doorway, from starting fresh perhaps, or from moving towards each other perhaps, or from a new meeting with a new person that you feel like you've known for lifetimes, that deep-seated soul bond. But it's lots of new beginning energies here. It's walking towards that doorway together, and what is it that you want to create? Being on that same page and creating together in the energy of love. That's beautiful. All right, let's get a card of guidance. What is it that we need to know about this connection? What is it that we need to know about this connection? Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. Again, new opportunities, new possibilities. Anything else we need to know? It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. There's a lot of growth energy that we're picking up on here. So allow yourself to keep growing, allow yourself to keep expanding, because that's only going to benefit whatever connection is being created here. Whatever healing is happening here, whatever growth is happening here, your own inner growth is only going to benefit your conscious connection. And let's get another card. Anything else we need to know? These are so these are so hard to shuffle. We have secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on, which we were picking up on that. And playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. We're going to end with a message. And this is going to be just a general message. Okay, we're going to end with a message using my written on the heart deck. This is a romancy deck, so let's see, what do we need to know? Someone wants to come out too. All along I believed in a love like you and me. We were picking up on that energy, weren't we? And I want to show you my love is real. Beautiful. We also have this love is forever at the bottom of the deck. And I'm getting drawn to this too. My heart is safe in your warm embrace. All right, so take this reading as it resonates for you, as it resonates for your specific scenario. I'm sending lots of light, lots of love. Have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day, and see you soon.